Und willkommen zurück zu Zero Time Dilemma. Wahrscheinlich zum großen Finale. Und wenn sie es jetzt geschafft haben, Radical 6 zu verhindern, den Ausbruch, können sie sich eventuell darauf konzentrieren, auch den Gegner von Zero hier zu eliminieren, der ja die ganze Welt in die Luft sprengen will. Ich frage mich, was jetzt noch passiert, wenn sie rauskommen. Scheinbar wissen sie ja jetzt alles. War das der einzige Grund, Final Decision, für dieses AB-Game, dass sie alles wissen?
I knew it. Looks like the memories we regained are true after all.
The 3 wards were all in the same place. Dann
können alle raus. Ihr müsst sie nur aus den Pots holen. Oder sie sind wach.
Carlos!
Akane, Junpei.
and Mira and Eric.
And you're Sean, right?
Carlos, what happened?
Proof of friendship.
Anyway, what are you guys doing here?
According to the schedule, C team and Q team should both still be asleep.
We took a page out of your book and did what you did. We used the cards to keep the bracelet needle from injecting us.
So, does that mean?
Yeah, I remember everything.
I do too. Junpei and I as well.
Over the past few hours, we got back the memories we forgot.
Well, to be more accurate, it's more like we accessed the morphogenetic field and downloaded all of them.
Then you have the other history's memories too?
Yes.
Then you're like us.
But why?
Hold up. Eric and I are different.
Yeah. We didn't gain memories from other histories.
Then neither of you got injected?
No. We're the same as Carlos and the others.
Nein, aber Mira wurde nicht injected.
I told them. Maybe I'll start from the beginning. First, so I could run the program in the Force Quit box, I accessed the central control computer. Then, I briefly turned off the communication network. That way, I stopped the surveillance cameras from sending any data to Zero. I didn't want Zero to catch on to what we were doing.
And that's when Sean let us in on the truth of what's going on here.
We went over to the transporter room and picked up 2 cards. Before the injection, we each slipped one between our wrist and bracelet.
Okay. Now you two make sense. But what about you, Sean?
Well, you probably already know, but I'm a robot. Being injected does nothing to me.
Then,
Every time the time limit approached, I was forced to go into sleep mode. Then my memories from the previous 90 minutes were deleted. I didn't want that to happen, so... You remember me saying I accessed the computer? Well, I hacked my own system too.
He said he managed to cancel the forced sleep and delete functions.
Ja.
What about C-Team then?
We couldn't interrupt the surveillance cameras, so we had to be sneaky instead.
first Carlos pushed me down and climbed on top of me.
He what?
It was just an act. I was only pretending to do it.
Carlos used that moment to whisper in my ear. He said to go to the transporter room and grab the cards in there.
But if I just let her go like that, it looks suspicious. So Junpei and I stayed behind to get Zero's undivided attention. I casually invited Junpei to the power room. You can see the results of our conversation.
You should have told me what was up.
If I had, then Zero would have figured it out. You look like you'd be a crap actor.
And after that?
We met Akane in the lounge. We hid from the cameras and each got a card from her.
Sorry, but could I get confirmation on something? Everyone knows what all happened in the other histories, right?
Even you, Mira and Eric?
Didn't Eric say so earlier? Sean told us everything.
But wait. Why?
Why what?
Why do we know about the other histories? Well, that's probably...
You want to know?
Delta.
Q? Or maybe it's actually Zero.
You are free to call me by my given name, which is Delta. There's no need to look so threatening. You were the one who named me, Diana. It doesn't matter. I shall answer your question. Carlos, Akane, Junpei, Diana, Phi, and Sigma. All 6 of you know that you are shifters, correct? Think back on your path to this very moment. Did you arrive in this history by following a normal flow of time? No, of course you didn't. You jumped in from another history using your shift abilities. And it wasn't just this once. You have been shifting back and forth many times, from one point in space-time to another. You boldly took chances, much like jumping from one tree branch to another. You have forgotten that fact, perhaps as a result of the medicine, or as one of the side effects of shifting. Regardless, your memories have been kept firmly intact within the morphogenetic field. It is simply that the 6 of you regained the memories of those times. One small trigger, and the levee preventing you from remembering collapsed. Sean is a similar case. However, his thought center is located within the quantum computer, so I suppose it's slightly different from you.
What about me and Mira?
You are both like me, in that we do not have the ability to shift.
Aber warum weiß dann alles?
You don't?
I have another power instead. The power to mind hack.
Mind hack?
Er kann Leute kontrollieren, ja. Also kann er wahrscheinlich auch ihre Gedanken lesen.
I am able to read other people's minds. I know the thoughts and ideas that go through their heads. That's why I know exactly what Phi is trying to do right now. Step away from that device, Phi.
Then, when we blocked the injection...
I saw through your ruse.
Then why did you...
I wanted all of you to play the final decision game.
The final decision game?
I find human decisions fascinating. More specifically, the world branching that occurs as a result. I already mentioned that I am unable to shift. But after looking inside millions of minds, I learned one thing. There are people in this world with the ability to jump between histories. That shifters exist. Hence, why I know so much about these parallel worlds.
You did all this because you were curious?
When a person does something significant, it's difficult to boil the reason down to one word. Their motives are often very complex. It is the same now. To fulfill several objectives, it was necessary to trap all of you in here.
So why did you do it?
You want to know? It is so you give birth to Phi and myself, Diana.
What do you mean?
Phi and I are the children of Diana and Sigma.
Phi is...
Wait. They're children?
November 16th, 2029. Phi and I were born in this shelter. This was another history, of course. Shortly after, the atomic data that makes up our bodies was transported to April 1904. The transporter was located in a German research facility at that time. Our bodies reconstructed and regenerated in the export pods at that facility.
But that would mean you're actually...
I'm 124.
You're joking.
But Phi is...
A German researcher sent her to 2008. Records indicate that she was part of an experiment.
You're saying Phi jumped back in time from 2029 to the year 1904, and then forward again to 2008?
Technically, what was sent both times was simply the data makeup of Phi's body.
I heard that in 2008, the device was being studied in an American facility.
That's when an old couple who were researchers took me in.
We've gone off topic. But yes, that was one of the major goals. Everything that occurred here helped create Phi and myself. And when I say that, I am including all of the other histories. If I hadn't trapped the group of you here, then Phi and I would have never been born in our current forms.
Your current forms?
Sean, you should already know about epigenetics. You see, environmental factors determine which switches are activated within the genetic code. Reproductive cells are the same. Or perhaps I should say that the reproductive cells are the ones most affected.
Oh, I get it. That's why you made Diana and Sigma play the decision game.
What do you mean?
By backing them into a crisis situation, he caused an epigenetic change within their reproductive cells. I think that's why their children were born with unique powers.
Gold star. This is the reason I have my mind-hacking abilities. Phi was affected as well. You were born a shifter. DT, do you recall what was written on your wall?
When a curious hate oozes calamity.
And rearranging the letters gives you...
No way. What you choose can materialize us.
Oh, our decisions will bring you to life.
That is why the decision games were held. So that the Phi and me, here and now, would materialize exactly the way we are.
No, but... Okay, so I get why you had to have Diana and Sigma go through life or death decisions. But the rest of us?
Wieso Radical 6?
I already told you. My motives are complex.
What? Wait, there's more?
Ah! Fuck you, you goddamn old man!
Fuck, no!
It's over.
You may be right.
What?
Diana, take this. Put it in. Your bluebird too.
Ja, den Bluebird hat wahrscheinlich er, ne?
It's ready.
Nee, okay.
Verified. Key items were set. Executing force quit program. 10 minutes until explosion.
What?
Oh no!
The hell? What is this?
Hey, answer me! What's with that announcement?
Must I explain? This shelter will soon explode. You've worked so hard, only to turn on this facility's self-destruct mechanism.
Sean, access the central control computer.
It's no use. Once the force quit program has been activated, there is no possible way for you to reverse it.
Also müssen wir hier raus.
Then what can we do?
I will tell you two good things. First, I suggest checking behind the bar counter.
Oh.
No!
Why would you?
Gab's been...
Did you kill Gab?
Yes, with the shotgun you're holding. There wasn't much life left in him anyway.
You monster!
I never expected to hear that coming from you, Sean.
So what's the other thing? You had 2 things to tell us.
I have the ability to mind hack,
We already know that.
but I've not told you everything about it. Reading other people's thoughts isn't the only thing I can do with mind hacking.
Er kann sie auch kontrollieren.
It only lasts a moment. But I am able to control someone's body as I wish. Like this.
Eric! Why?
No, for real, my finger just...
Mind hacking.
Understand now. This is my power.
So, let's begin. Your final decision game. You have two choices. One, to stay here and wait to die. The other is... The other is...
Na toll.
Hey! What's the other option? What's the other option?
Shift. Hier können alle shiften, außer 2 Leute, die sowieso nicht wichtig sind.
Well, what should we do?
What about the X door?
And how exactly should we open it? Unless 6 people die, it's gonna stay closed. Or should we start killing each other now?
Mira?
I have an idea.
Which is?
We're going to shift, all of us, together.
Hey, hold on. Like jumping to another history?
But Eric and
Ihr könnt ja auch ruhig sterben.
I'm sure it will be fine. Remember what I said? Human consciousness may be a result of quantum effects in the brain.
Oh, yeah. You said if certain conditions are met, we can also...
What are the conditions?
First, you need to be exposed to danger. And the other one is...
To be in the vicinity of a group of shifters.
I get it.
We'll resonate, and then Mira and Eric can...
But which history are we going to jump to?
None of the similar histories will work. One team is likely to be dead after the vote.
And we can't shift if there are no bodies for us to jump to, right?
Then...
Ganz an den Anfang.
We need to jump to where all of us are alive.
When we're all alive?
Do you mean...
Der Münzwurf. Und das True Ending war die ganze Zeit das allererste, was wir bekommen haben. Ich hab's mir fast schon gedacht.
The history, where we won the coin toss.
Nur, dass sie diesmal die Erinnerung daran behalten.
3 minutes until explosion. I'm not sure I get it all, but it's a good idea.
What are you saying? There's no way we could do that.
Why not?
Shift isn't simply jumping into bodies in different histories.
Our consciousnesses swap places. Ours for theirs.
We'll be forcing our other selves into these bodies, and they'll die without knowing why.
Yeah, and what's wrong with that?
What?
Well, they're all living without a care off in another history, yeah? One time, they do the coin toss once and win? Don't you think that's unfair?
Mira, you're saying they, but we're talking about ourselves here.
Well, we should consider if those people really are us.
Good point.
If we assume that we here are the true versions, then the us in the other history are essentially strangers. Even more of a reason not to.
If we shift to that history, then we're tossing the others under the bus to save ourselves.
Aber ihr wisst wenigstens, was hier los ist.
They've done nothing wrong. I mean, the only thing they did was win at a coin toss.
You could say the same for us. The only thing we did was lose a coin toss. Even so, we've had to go through so much shit. We've been forced to put our lives on the line.
Besides, aren't the bodies in the other histories ours anyway?
Then why should we second guess ourselves?
Huh.
1 minute until explosion.
We're out of time. I'll say it again. We have 2 choices. We can stay here and wait for our deaths, or survive by sacrificing our other selves in another history.
So that's what that bastard meant. The final decision game.
Ach, ich muss das jetzt auch noch selber entscheiden. Ich kann ja eigentlich beides machen, ne? Ich probier mal Don't Shift. Und mach später dann Shift. Das wäre dann wohl ein Game Over, ne? Richtig. Und wenn wir shiften, dann müssten wir ganz an Anfang wieder kommen. Und können da weitermachen. Beziehungsweise können da mit den ganzen Erinnerungen dann weitermachen. Und Fi wird wahrscheinlich nicht so in der Form geboren werden. Also sie wird nicht mehr shiften können. Also es wird sie noch geben, aber sie wird nicht mehr shiften können. Denke ich mal. Wir waren ganz unten, ne? Hier, ganz unten bei der letzten Entscheidung scheinbar. So, Final Decision, die führt uns dann wieder ganz an den Anfang. Zum Coin Toss. Und Shift. Okay. Jetzt kann ich irgendwo wieder weitermachen. Wahrscheinlich hier. Genau, bei dem Ending, was wir als allererstes hatten. Ich hab's mir fast schon gedacht, dass das True Ending ist. Wo man dieses ganze Spiel erst gar nicht spielt. Und da sind sie alle draußen mit den Erinnerungen, ne?
Damn, I can't remember
Nein.
anything.
Achso, ne, sie shiften da jetzt hin.
Neither can I.
It somehow feels like I made a bet with someone, but
Ja, und jetzt shiftet ihr euch in euch rein, ne? Los.
Kind of bet.
Did we all forget what happened?
Hey, could I ask all of you something? Who is this kid?
Ein Roboter. Gut. Aber wie wurden Fi und er denn sonst geboren? Wahrscheinlich nicht in diesem Shelter, ne?
Did we do it?
We're not wearing the bracelets, so I don't know the time. But
Judging by the position of the sun, it's probably noonish.
And the date?
How would I know?
Hey, Mira. Eric. Do you remember me?
Yeah.
I definitely remember you.
then we really did.
Must have worked.
Life is unfair, don't you think?
You bastard.
17 years ago, A snail traveled down a narrow path in the park. If that snail hadn't been there, perhaps all of you here would have lived a completely different life than you did. Just one small snail, and everyone's lives, even the world, changed.
So, what's the big deal? Ugh, would you just quit talking nonsense?
I'm so glad you were safe.
Of course we were. You all have shifted in from another history.
Whatever. We gotta call the cops.
And what exactly will that accomplish?
Isn't it obvious? We're throwing you in the slammer.
And my crime?
Murder.
Murder? I see.
Ja, aber da können die Polizisten nichts mit anfangen,
I
ne?
haven't killed anyone.
Nicht in dieser History.
Specifically, in this history, not a single person has died. I strongly doubt the police would listen.
But in the other histories, you...
Did you not pay attention? I don't have the ability to shift. The only reason I know anything of those histories is because I mind-hacked you. In effect, the me you know is a different person than the one before you. Can I be charged for killing someone in another history? If so, then I'd say this world would be full of criminals of all kinds.
What about conspiracy to commit?
Yeah. I'm betting this history's got a bunch of dangerous machines and gimmicks all over the shelter.
Unfortunately, I have removed them all. You've slept for quite a while. Nothing is left in the shelter. No transporter, no quantum computer. Loaded into a truck and taken away. Sean is able to move right now due to radio signals received from a satellite.
Aber kann er damit auch nicht den Computer orten?
Aren't you happy? I say again, in this history, not a single person has died.
Warum kannst du denn noch mind-hacken?
Exist, and there will never be an outbreak of Radical 6. There is only a bright future ahead for all of us. Is this not what you'd call a happy end?
Aber der andere Zeitstrahl wird dadurch ja nicht ausgelöscht, ne?
But according to you, all of mankind will die if time passes and nothing is done.
A religious fanatic, a terrorist attack that sparks a nuclear war.
I heard this story. You said you released Radical 6 so that you could kill that person.
The me before you did not say that, but I can't deny it's true.
Radical 6 won't spread throughout the world in this history.
That means that fanatic guy won't die.
Wait, so now humans will go extinct?
Hey, where's that happy future you mentioned?
Interesting. Does that make you angry, Fi?
What?
If so, then we have a serious contradiction. I had prepared a future in another history where 2 billion would survive. But yet, you decided to jump to this history. That means you chose a future where humanity goes extinct, over 6 billion dead.
No, you're wrong, Delta. Nothing in the future has been determined yet. We'll shape the future with our own hands.
Huh. You said something I can get behind, Carlos.
I think so too.
I agree.
Okay, me too.
Mira.
You're right. The future has infinite possibilities.
If we work together, we can accomplish anything.
Humanity's gonna die out? Screw that.
We'll definitely change that horrible future.
Und warum stört es euch nicht, dass Mira ein Killer ist?
What's so funny?
Just that.
What the hell do you mean?
Wahrscheinlich war genau das, was er geplant hat,
sure
ne?
I told you in another history that my motives are complex. Imagine, what if none of you had experienced the events that occurred in the shelter? You're so determined now to change the future. One of the goals of all of this was to get you into that frame of mind. It's all going according to plan, without a single casualty. I created a future where mankind will be saved. Does that upset you? Are you angry that your life was played with? Very well. I will give all of you one last choice. With that gun there, you will be able to choose whether to kill me now or allow me to leave. I promise I won't use mind hacking on you. You are free to decide. Which shall it be? Pull the trigger or let me go. The fates of you, me, and mankind are all on the line. This is the decision game.
Muss ich die Entscheidung noch treffen? Oder ist es das Ende? Ich glaube, das ist das Ende. Jetzt kommen auf jeden Fall wieder Credits. Geht's nach den Credits denn noch weiter? Ich kann sie nicht mal überspringen, die Credits. Das heißt, ich lasse sie für euch einmal durchlaufen. Und ja. Ja. Es ist... Ich frage mich nur, wie konnte er überhaupt geboren werden? Beziehungsweise doch, beziehungsweise, wieso wurde er überhaupt geboren? In diesem Shelter. Ne, weil er hat ja seine eigene Geburt quasi ermöglicht erst. Oder wäre er auch in dem Decom so geboren worden? Aber wie wurde er dann zurückgeschickt in die Vergangenheit? Wenn all das hier nicht passiert ist, ich finde das unglaublich verwirrend mal wieder. Und das habe ich irgendwie bei Virtue's Last Reward vermisst. Diese Verwirrung, die am Ende bleibt. Die hatte ich irgendwie bei Nein, Nein, Nein und hier viel stärker. Muss ich ganz ehrlich sagen. Ich fand Nein, Nein, Nein und das hier besser. Und verwirrender und viel komplexer. Bei Virtue's Last Reward fand ich die Dinge ein bisschen leichter verständlich und auch ein ganz klein bisschen vorhersehbar. Aber hier... Gut, ich habe auch mir schon gedacht, dass er irgendwie seine eigene Geburt ermöglichen will, aber halt auch nicht direkt vom Anfang und so und ich weiß es nicht. Das Spiel ist einfach... Ich liebe es einfach, das ist wieder so verwirrend, vor allem hier, weil so viele Zeitlinien einfach nicht mal mehr eine Zeitlinie bleiben, weil alle Charaktere hin und her springen wie sonst was. Und ich liebe es einfach. Es ist genial. Einfach genial. Und ich freue mich schon richtig drauf, wenn The Somnium Files rauskommt. Was ja auch von Uchikoshi ist. Und da hoffe ich auch wieder auf ziemlich viel Mindfuck. Und ich glaube, wenn er der Writer ist, kann einfach da kann nichts Schlechtes rauskommen. Ich find's schade, dass diese Reihe jetzt vorbei ist. Ich hätte nichts dagegen, noch ein Spiel von dieser Reihe zu spielen, aber das ist das Ende einer Trilogie und es hat mir gefallen, ja. Ich habe viel zu spät angefangen, diese Spiele zu spielen. Viel zu spät. Das ist so super. Die Credits sind ganz schön lang. Aber diesen Leuten hier gebührt Anerkennung für dieses Spiel. Mir hat auch der Grafikstil von diesem Teil hier super gefallen, muss ich ganz ehrlich sagen. Jetzt kommt eine große Lücke. Heißt das ist das Ende von den Credits? Publicity. Ah nein, es kommt noch mehr. Okay. Ich sag mal, wir sehen uns gleich nach den Credits wieder. Ich packe euch hier einen Button zum Überspringen hin. Beziehungsweise zeige euch an, wo ihr hinspringen könnt, wenn ihr die Credits nicht sehen wollt und mein Gelaber nicht hören wollt. Ja. Ansonsten könnt ihr euch die Credits gerne weiter angucken. Und das waren sie scheinbar jetzt auch schon. Okay. Spike Chunsoft. Man weiß immer, wenn die fetten Textfelder kommen, dann ist es zu Ende mit den Credits. It's thanks to the support of our fans that this project was completed. We thank you from the bottom of our hearts, Zero Escape Stuff. Kommt jetzt noch nach den Credits was. CQD N2. Coincide, all sections cleared. Und dann können wir jetzt noch speichern. Auf den Speicherpunkt hier. Haben wir jetzt irgendwie noch was Neues dazu bekommen? Wenn wir in den Flow gucken. Ist hier noch irgendwas bonusmäßig dazugekommen? Nein, ist es nicht. Gut, dann ist das Spiel, denke ich mal, beendet. Das war das Ende von Zero Time Dilemma. Was ein geiles Spiel. Was eine geile Reihe. Ich würde sagen, wir sehen uns dann bald bei einem anderen Projekt wieder. Bis dann, Leute. Ciao.